Well, things could get a little interesting in this video. I hope not for my sake, maybe for y'all's sake, because, you know, things that happen are very entertaining. Anyways, here's what's going on. I'm up in Pennsylvania. I got to get down to North Carolina at Charlotte Motor Speedway because, well, Village Customs is taking over the speedway out there with all the rat rods. And, well, we're driving the 53. Yep. No power steering, no power brakes. It's got some cool hubcaps. I do have a Bluetooth radio. And, well, no follow-me trucks, no trailers, no nothing. Just kind of me and 6 or 8 other guys, and we're just going to drive. So stick around and see if we make it. Oh, yeah. Thanks for coming back to the channel. All right. So before we get on the road, I want to show you a couple little things that changed, added, upgraded, whatever you want to call it, to the 53. So first things first is, well, you know, pinstriping. We added some pinstriping to the front. We added some pinstriping underneath all the door handles. I added names to each of the doors, actually under the windows, on the doors. We had 4 guys that kind of helped out of the build. I got 4 doors, so I said, well, why not just add their names to the door? So we did that. All right, you know, got a little bit of marketing going on there. Got some pinstripe on the back, on the trunk, all that good stuff. Basically, it's mirrored on this side. More builders. Anyways, so we got the pinstriper on there for, you know, miles per gallon. That's going to help us kind of get down the road a little bit faster because, well, it's going to hit that nice sleek paint and we're just going to cut right through the wind. Nope, really, it's just so people give me a thumbs up. Okay, so next thing, I did add some some covers to the seats. Put a transmission tunnel in there with a Napa mud flap. We got the Bluetooth radio because, well, I need to be jamming down the road. I can't just sit there and, you know, hear all them ponies under the hood all day. So I need some tunes. We got some seat covers in the back, seat covers in the front. What else? Oh, big thing. We added charger. Yep, charger is very important because, well, I don't know where I'm going. I don't have maps. I don't have atlases. I just use Google, okay? I get a lot of people that always ask me, oh, what road you taking? I don't know. Whatever GPS or the Google tells me to take. So that's why I needed, you know, charging. All right, so under the hood, added a couple, you know, nothing crazy. We had the fan just so kind of keep things a little bit cooler. I did add a battery tray. Yep, got a, you know, a little belt holding everything together. It seems to be working okay for now. Yep. I did try hooking up the windshield wipers, you know, right there to this little vacuum port right there. And, well, it didn't like it. Okay, I don't know what's going on with the windshield wiper, so I'm gonna have to, I don't know, cut a hole in the firewall and do one of these things if I have to, or invest in, I don't know, about 3 gallons of Rain-X. So I'll look at that when we get down there. Hopefully, the weather's saying there's no rain, but, you know, weathermen ain't right, and women, both of y'all. Well, neither one of y'all are ever correct. Okay. So, anyways, that's about all I did. All right, I'm gonna stop and get gas first because I'm not sure how much is really in here. Well, I'm gonna, you know, calculate the old MPGs because that's very important because I'm using the speedometer off the GPS and I don't know how much gas I have either because my tank thing, what's that called? The needle is going back and forth, back and forth. It just doesn't, what I'm trying to say is it's not working, okay? So I'm gonna have to calculate that in between here and the first half. I know I'll make it the first hour and a half, which is, you know, well, I think I'll make it. Anyways, let's top off. All right, just topped off. It didn't take as much fuel as I thought it did. It actually took like 2 gallons. So I'm a little bit, I'm kind of happy with that because I've been driving this thing all over town. Anyways, got myself a little bit of lunch. Got myself a grilled chicken sandwich from the old Rudders and some, you know, Grandma's potato chips because, well, those are the best chips probably ever made. So, all right, let's go and get on the road. All right, so we are in Virginia. I had a little issue here and there, but it was only on acceleration. Trying to get into it, it just kind of wants to spit a little bit and then hiccup and giddy up and go. So, let's see. I went ahead, if I can get this thing up. I think what was happening is I didn't have an air filter on it. I had to go down the street, get an air filter, and the boot coming on to the mass airflow sensor, it was kind of not all the way on there, so I was sucking a lot of air into. So tighten up the clamp, put a filter back on this thing, or not back on it, and hopefully now we should be able to get back on the road. Well, once the rest of our convoy gets here, we should be able to get back on the road and hopefully test out, see if this hiccup went away. Yeah, we found them, so it's time to get back on the road. All right, so our last stop, we put about 4.5 gallons of gas in it, and that took me about 90 miles. So on my mathicals, I'm still running somewhere between 17, 18 miles per gallon, so doing pretty good at 71 miles an hour. So far, we're doing okay. And if you want a little update on the old hesitation, it's still there a little bit, but it ain't as bad as it was. So I don't know if it just has to be something to do with the fuel now or whatever else, but we were definitely sucking a lot more air than we should have been. So let's just keep getting on. All right, well, we made it to not our final destination, but our destination for the evening, which is like Whiteville, Virginia. We should only have about an hour and a half, 2-hour drive in the morning. Actually went through the whole drive without any hiccups, maybe a couple minor ones, meaning I had a little stumble. And, well, I also had a valve sticking on my bag, so, you know, I was running like, you know, butt end up and the front end down. Well, we pulled over, got that fixed, and, well, we are here. So we will see you guys in the morning. Well, it's about 4 o'clock in the morning, and we are all up. We're trying to get fueled up. We're trying to get on the road because, well, we've got to be checked in by 8 o'clock. We're about 2 hours away, and, well, who knows how long this trip's going to take us with this many people. So, whew, here we go. Well, as you can see, I'm getting towed in. Yep. I made it about 2 miles out from the racetrack, and, well, she just decided she's going to turn off. Once we get to our spots, we will kind of diagnose it a little bit better, and hopefully, fingers crossed, it's something simple. All right, so here's the, I don't know, here's kind of what we're thinking. I think I've got some crud in my tank, and I think the sock is clogged up or something, because we ain't feeding enough fuel right now, and it's hiccuping. So, there you go. We are on our way to, or we just found a gas tank, and we are on our way back to kind of get that thing swapped out. And, well, boys, it looks like we're gonna make it home. All right, so in order to do tank repairs, here's what you gotta do. You gotta go to the local, flea market out here, swap meet, find yourself a fuel cell. It took probably 2 hours to find, but Mr. Sam Heffley over there found one in 5 minutes. He walked over there, found some random one in 5 minutes. So, tank, lots of lines that just go wherever they're supposed to go. Now,
We're getting ready to siphon.
we're getting ready to siphon. Now we take that gas, filter that gas, come out of the tank, and put it in this tank. Hopefully it works.
Spit on it.
Oh yeah. And I even got tagged by Heffley Customs.
What happens in the old school, like just trying to suck on the hose? That's when men were men.
Yeah. Oh, come on.
Come on. You're wasting it.
My aim's bad. Not used to working with something as long.
All right, so we're trying to find something fun to do here at the, well, everything's fun out here, but we decided we're gonna get behind a bunch of Mustangs and we're gonna go do a road course track.
That's right. That's right.
We're not gonna go too fast because they are Fords and they are Mustangs.
And they're not LS swapped yet.
They're not LS swapped, so we'll see how it goes. I don't even know why they're making us wear all these things. We ain't going fast, right?
Nah.
I'm here with Allison, and she said she's gonna take it easy on me, okay?
Oh,
So-
you got in the wrong car, my man.
Just don't make me cry because I'm gonna post this.
okay.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. This is like a Sunday drive for her.
Oh,
Oh yeah. Heck yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
we gotta
Okay.
slow down and sneak through here, but we're gonna go again.
Allison can drive, okay? Allison can drive.
It's my second day, so
That was intense. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Very intense. That was awesome. Great driving.
thank you.
We're both still here. I didn't cry
Yes,
a lot.
survived another one.
I didn't cry a lot, right?
Not a lot, just a little.
I'd cut it out when I was crying. All right, we all just wrapped up the road course, and well, it's time to get on the old scoots.
And now we're about to do our own road course.
Yeah, make our own road course. Finding parts.
Lead us out, Chris. Let's roll. Hey, we ride on the bells.
Whoa! Almost did a wheelie. Well, I made it home, and I've only been gone for 4 days. Okay, 4 days, and look at what the what the robins want to do. Hang in there. Nope. I done lost my truck to a daggum bird. Well, I made it home, okay? So this part is where we're gonna kind of do a little bit of story time because, well, where I left off a little bit ago, we were at the after party and, well, I had to leave. Well, not just me, a few of us had to leave. We had to go help a buddy out. And, well, while I've got a lot of stuff on footage, well, I just felt like it's not okay to put all that kind of stuff out there because, well, some people may not like to be on videos. So we'll just kind of talk about it, okay? We had to leave that after party. One of the guys we were with, he has a 12-valve diesel in his truck, and, well, it decided it wanted to run away on him. And, well, that's not a good thing. So we went back to the hotel, kind of tried to troubleshoot some things, and it seems like it's working now. So after that, it was the next day. It was a Sunday for, nope, it would have been Saturday because we left Sunday. Saturday for the main event show or whatever. There was just a bunch of cars out there. Like I said, I'm not going to do any car show videos right now because, well, car show videos don't do a lot of, you know, they don't bring a lot of views. Not that most of them bring views anyways. But anyways, so Saturday was a blast. We just kind of went around the rest of the swap meet, kind of hung out. We had a few other problems. Another big truck we had there, it was having fueling problems. It was a cat engine, so we all kind of came together, tried to figure out what we could do to get it going. And, well, we troubleshot it, we fixed it, figured out the problem, and, well, that truck made it safe home as well. One of the things I do want to talk about, okay, Friday we decided we're all going to go out to this after party show, right? And we're all going to convoy down. I mean, I think we had 80 or 90 rat rods just leaving, riding through the swap meets. Then we got on the highway. Well, let me back up. We didn't quite make it to the highway yet. It's about a half a mile outside the track. Well, there was a couple little fender benders because, well, engines blew up, transmissions decided to leave themselves, and, well, we had a little bit of a pile, but everybody's okay. All the cars are back to, well, minus the one that kind of blew up. All the other cars involved in it, we got them off the road, and, well, we kind of continued on, okay? Got about to the highway, and I got behind one of the guys that we were kind of convoying down with. And I'm going to tell you right now, okay? This dude is the chillest dude you'll ever meet, okay? Not a care in the world. Doesn't really, you know, he'll sit there and have a conversation with you all day long. But anything outside of that, nope, you're not going to get his attention or anything. And I say that because, well, I was following him, okay? Following him out to the after party, and, well, somebody must have dropped a full Mountain Dew bottle, okay? I seen this Mountain Dew bottle explode out of the backside of his back tire, just pow, shot out the side of the road, went off the highway, you know, kind of did his thing, and I was like, huh, well, I guess you couldn't avoid that, I guess. I don't know. It wasn't probably a minute later. Next thing you know, there was a semi-truck coming up beside me. The guy in front of me, I don't know, dropped something and didn't realize he is pretty much kissing the front bumper of this semi-truck, okay? The semi-truck kind of locks it up a little bit. He's in my front window. The guy in front of me kind of gets back over as fast as he can. I don't even know if he saw the semi-truck. I really don't know if he saw that semi-truck. He just saw that, hey, I'm in another lane. Let's get back over. And, well, we continued on, okay? Nobody got hurt there. What was it, maybe 2 miles up the road? Well, his car decides it's going to crap out a shovel. I ain't talking like a little gardening shovel. I'm talking a big square shovel, okay? Probably got the 4-foot-long wooden piece. He's crapped out this thing out of the left side of his car. It shot at me, kind of doing like little 180s at me. Well, I kind of timed it right because, you know, got this keen eye. I hit it just right to where basically I just hit the handle where it meets the metal part. Didn't do any damage. It kind of fluttered down the left side of my car, shot out to the next car. I don't know what happened there because I was really more concerned with what was happening in front of me than behind me because I didn't know what else was coming out of this guy's car, just to let you know that. Anyways, we get to the place and, you know, like typically, like you guys are all hanging out there. You get there, like, man, did you see that shovel I just crapped out of the back of my car? Nope, he didn't do any of that. He didn't have a story to tell. He didn't have nothing to tell because I don't think he realized he did any of that. Nope, I don't think he did at all. Anyways, come to find out that Mountain Dew bottle, after about an hour of talking in there, that was his catch can, okay? That was his overflow catch can. Being told that this is probably number 3 catch cans that has fallen out of his car. Anyways, needless to say, that was an adventure getting down to the after party. And, well, I will tell you, I did not follow him anymore the rest of the week. But I did hear another story. When they were leaving, he went with another couple that they were leaving, heading back to Pennsylvania. he did decide to leave his door open too when he was driving home. I don't know if he knew it either, but the guy behind him flagged him down, got out of his car and went and closed the passenger rear door for him and said, hey, you're driving with your door open. So that was a fun little story. Anyways, let's see. And then we had to leave, right? So I left about 7 o'clock in the morning Saturday out of North Carolina, Concord, North Carolina, and well, started scooting on down. I was doing maybe about 80 miles an hour the whole way. And well, I don't know, 3 hours into it, spit, sputter, bang, turned off on me. I thought I'd done fixed the problem. But I did. I fixed the fuel problem. Well, this was an air problem this time. I guess I didn't secure the filter and the map sensor as well as it should have, and because it just decided to separate. And well, just a simple hose clamp fix, put it back together, and I just cruised along the rest of the way. Took me about 7 hours, 6 hours, 6 hours and 15 minutes with GPS calls, but with stops and, you know, fixing a couple things here and there. I had a blast this weekend. I met a lot of cool people. Met down there with a lot of cool friends that we had met in the past too, and we just had an overall good time, okay? Nobody got in trouble. That was reported, I think. Anyways, thanks a lot, guys, for sticking around. The car did amazing, okay? Earlier in the video, we did show you me putting a new gas tank into it and everything. The problem was the line that we were feeding from, somebody must have previously done some tank maintenance to this, and well, they put the draw straw halfway up the tank. So I wasn't really having any problems. I did have one little issue, but I really wasn't having any problems. I was just out of gas. That's pretty much it. 2 miles from the Charlotte Motor Speedway, and I was just, ran out of gas. But we fixed that problem. We've got another tank in there, as you saw earlier in the video, and well, she's good to go. She's running like a top. So if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. If you are subscribed, tell them to share this out. No, share this out. Hit that like, hit that dislike if you'd like to. Also, drop me a comment. We will see you guys next time. Oh, that's close. I gotta zoom out or something. I don't know how to do that. Zoom out. It's probably 4 o'clock. Actually, it is. Really, it's for speed. Nope. Speed up, whatever you want to call it. Well, Mr. Tom Beckley's doing his old parks run. There's 4 doors. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say there's 4 people and there's 4 doors, so I put a name on each door. My luck, I want it to be interesting, entertaining, or whatever you want to call it. Yep, that's it.